Okay, let's be real. Everyone is talking about AI, but for most business leaders, it's just chaos, right? So much hype. The big question is, how do you actually find a clear path to use it for real innovation? Well, that's exactly what this playbook, based on some amazing new research, is all about.
And we're not talking about small tweaks here. I mean, this is a massive shift. The researchers point to companies like Netflix using AI to dream up entirely new ways to create content, or MasterCard, spotting fraud as it happens. This really changes the very definition of what's possible for a business.
But here's the puzzle, right? Despite all that incredible promise, most leaders are staring at what the research calls a murky landscape. You know you're supposed to be doing something with AI, but you're not sure where to start, what it's even for, or what skills your team actually needs to get off the ground.
So let's start solving that puzzle. The very first piece is understanding what you need to have in place before you even start writing code or buying software. The researchers call these the enabling capabilities. They're the absolute must-haves.
Think about it like cooking a gourmet meal. You can't just jump to the final dish. First, you got to buy the right ingredients, and you definitely need to learn some basic knife skills. While these enabling capabilities, they're your ingredients and your skills. This is the prep work that makes everything else possible.
So what does this actually look like? Well, it boils down to 4 key things. First off, you need the raw technical skills. That's your functional competence. Then, and this is a big one, you need clear rules of the road for data, privacy, and ethics. That's your governance. You also got to have a culture that actually encourages people to experiment and learn. And finally, you have to keep a close eye on the law because it's changing all the time. Nail these 4, and you've built a solid foundation.
Okay, so that's what you bring to the table. Now let's flip the coin and talk about what AI gives you. Once you have those foundations in place and you start using AI, your organization starts to develop a whole new set of, well, superpowers. These are the enhancing capabilities.
So if we go back to our cooking analogy, this is the moment you stop just following a recipe and you become a creative chef who can invent brand new dishes. These are the incredible new skills you only get after you've started working with the tools. It's not just about making you better at what you do, it fundamentally changes what you can do.
And check out what these new powers are. Your teams start making faster, smarter decisions. You can optimize things in ways you never imagined, like how eBay used machine translation to blow up their international sales. And you get this incredible ability the researchers call ambidextrous competence, which is just a fancy way of saying you can be super efficient at your day-to-day work and be brilliant at exploring wild new ideas. You really get the best of both worlds.
Okay, so you've got your foundations, you know the superpowers you can unlock. But how do you actually put this to work? The research gives us this brilliantly simple way to think about it. A choice between 3 distinct strategies for what you're actually trying to do with AI. First up, you've got the replace strategy. This is probably what most people think of first. You're using AI to make an existing process better, to substitute a task a human used to do, and just generally make things more efficient. The goal here is usually pretty clear. Save time, save money.
Now, the second strategy is totally different. It's called reinforce. Here, AI isn't kicking a person out of their job. It's more like giving them a superpowered sidekick. It's all about amplifying human skills, giving your people better tools, and helping them make sense of complex problems. It's about making your team even better.
And finally, we have the most powerful strategy of all, reveal. And this is the real game changer. Here, you're using AI like a kind of sonar for your business, pinging out into the darkness to find hidden opportunities and solutions that a human brain simply could not see. It's not about doing old things better. It's about finding totally new things to do.
And this chart just lays it out so clearly. For replace, you've got eBay's translation tools optimizing global trade. Simple. For reinforce, look at General Motors. They give their engineers AI design tools, and suddenly, they're creating car parts that are 40% lighter and 20% stronger. That's augmenting skill. And then for reveal, you have IBM using AI to discover career paths for its employees that no manager would have ever thought of. That is transformational stuff.
All right, let's boil all of this down into a clear, simple playbook you can use to start thinking about your own AI strategy.
It really just comes down to 2 numbers. The first number is 2. You have to remember the 2 different types of capabilities, the enabling ones that get you ready and the enhancing ones that give you those superpowers. And the second number is 3. You've got to be crystal clear about which of the 3 strategic goals you're aiming for. What's your play? Are you trying to replace, reinforce, or reveal?
So here's the bottom line. Success with AI, it's not really a technology problem. It's a strategy problem. It's a people problem. The companies that win won't be the ones with the flashiest tech, but the ones who build the right human capabilities and make a smart, clear choice about what they're trying to achieve.
And that leaves us with one last question to chew on, something to take back to your team. Look around your own organization and ask, honestly, are we just using this incredible technology to do the same old things a little bit better? Or are we brave enough to use it to discover brand new things we never even thought were possible? The answer tells you everything you need to know.